You can see at this point, Magmar gets like this like awful evil grin on its face.
Ew.
Another flamethrower down on Gerber, who once again is not having that agility that he needs in order to get out of like the way. And at that point, the flamethrower across. And at this point, as you're watching, this flamethrower is much hotter than anything you've seen come out of a Magmar versus a Magmortar. As with this hit, it is the hit of the flamethrower. It is the same type attack bonus move. It is hit by a sunny day, powering it up even further, and Gerber is weak to it. This just straight up deals 2 major and a minor wound to Gerber.
Welcome to the Indigo League, where trainers grow and bond with their Pokemon to become the very best and prove themselves unbeatable.
We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold, because we are unbeatable.
And I push him.
You push him? You don't even
push him on 2.
There is a thick, viscous puddle of purple blocking the way. Looks like that is the form with which Muck sleeps.
The Magmarizer could be here.
There is almost what looks like an open kiln. This is the Magmarizer that Vermilion is looking for. One of the Dittos, the purple one, and you see the smile.
Nice. Okay, I told you I'd be back.
Oh, God. I'm gonna take a peek at this computer. Is it password protected?
Should we break the glass instead?
No,
Okay,
and I
all
hit
right.
the release
we'll
button.
just hit
As you hit the button, there is a flash of red light. On both pedestals, a small panel opens and a black Pokeball appears on either console.
I'll let the pink one out first.
Doesn't release.
Try it again.
Doesn't release. Welcome to the world of Pokemon, and thank you guys so much for joining us today. Right now, we are going to begin deep underground in the tunnel underneath Cinnabar Island, as our 3 trainers are currently walking their way down a dark hallway that they know to be filled with poison-type Pokemon, headed towards a room to pull a Magmarizer out of an old geothermal generator. So the 3 of you, I assume you're traveling quietly, even though you can hear the Charizard belonging to Brand, known as Sally 7, well in the distance, probably a couple miles away.
Yeah, I think what we can do, they're going to make it down the hallway anyway. We don't need to necessarily signal to them, right, you guys?
I mean, Sally 7 is really powerful, but how many Muck did we see down here?
You heard several.
My thought is if we need to signal them, I can hit that little option on my flashlight that does like the flashing red, flashing yellow, flashing red, flashing yellow. But that'll kind of draw visual attention to us if there are other Pokemon that we see that we don't want to engage with. So
What do we think are the odds of Sally 7 getting overwhelmed by a shit ton of Muck?
I would say not very. He also caught Pokemon too, so like he's loaded. And also, I'm pretty sure he could punch.
I think Seth's making a lot of good points right now.
Okay.
I think Seth's making
I'm
some great points.
fast.
There is no reason for me to speak up right now. Seth is telling facts.
Great. Okay,
He
great.
did kind of like go run errands and catch up all the Pokemon he needs.
That's very true. And without Sally 7, because Sally 7 was... Wait, how did he catch Pokemon without
Yeah,
Sally 7?
He has
Fair
other
Knuckle
Pokemon.
fights him. Well, that's
Oh,
but
you're
He
right.
has more
We
Pokemon.
didn't
He
see
just
them.
he caught
I forgot.
Fights them. I just got that.
he caught the new Pokemon purely because his current party are too powerful for us.
Once again,
Okay.
Gavin spitting facts. You guys are all just, I don't even need to be here. Y'all know what's going on
I
in
told
the
you, this is
world.
a player ran session. We know
I
what
pay
we're doing.
attention to the
Now
game.
we open the door
Y'all are
and
so
get
right.
all of the Master Balls.
Incredible. Sounds good. All right,
No,
well,
everything you guys just said is 100% correct. Brand has a lot of Pokemon. They are very strong. And Sally 7, you have no idea how easily she might be overwhelmed because you've only seen her fight half of a fight with a Magmar, or a Magmortar, even.
Yeah, she's fine. I think she'll be fine.
She good. She
Okay. Great.
She is a strong, independent Charizard that doesn't need any support.
That doesn't need no trainer.
Actually, for the 2 of you who are native to Kanto, go ahead and roll human history checks. And Seth, make yours with an advantage because you've met Brand before.
Cool. That was 2 explosions on that, and then.
Oh my god.
Well, it's a D4, man. It explodes 25% of the time.
I know. That's great. So what'd you roll?
It's kind of sad though that that's the only die I can like probably explode on like, any other die. That's a 13.
That's a 13, okay. And
Oh,
then
I'm sorry,
Coryne,
no,
what was yours?
14 because I didn't.
14 with your badge. And then Coryne, what was yours?
6.
6, okay. Coryne, you vaguely remember that Bran's ace that he is known for having is not a Charizard. And Seth, you more specifically remember that Brand has a Magcargo, that is his ace. Its name is Furno, and it is his strongest Pokemon that people are currently aware of. So Sally 7, not even his strongest Pokemon.
So as we're walking down the hallway, I say, yeah, I vaguely remember now that you mentioned it, Gavin. Yeah, he has another Pokemon.
It's not even my full power.
So we're heading to the Magmarizer?
Yep.
All right, off we go.
Heading down the hallway, you guys are already aware of the doors you've passed. They've been empty. The poison type seem to have vacated this side of the tunnel. So I'm not going to make you roll for encounter because there's nothing with which to encounter. You retrace your steps from earlier, from last session. You make your way down the hallway, walking easily a quarter of a mile before you finally get to the door that is heavily insulated, has no writing on it, that you are aware holds the geothermal generator.
This was the last door, like as we were running out.
This was the final door, yeah.
/ first door we came back to.
Yeah, correct.
Got it. So I think, yeah, as we get closer to that door, does the handle feel hot? I can't remember if it's as we got closer to it.
The surface itself was barely warm. It was so heavily insulated that it wasn't until you cracked it open that you physically felt the heat last time.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to call out Bowie. I'll swap out. Well, actually, not gonna. I can have. Could I have Richter out? And
yeah, you can
also
have Richter
Bowie,
out as long as
just-
Richter's not battling. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So
That's
I'll bring out
just to remind all of you, you can have any number of your team out. You can only battle with
just
a
for
certain
battling specifics. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring out Bowie, and I'm just gonna have him use a water gun to kind of just wet the floor and like kind of spray it under the wall, so it's just cooling a little bit of what's there.
Of the
just to
interior room?
help. Of the the hallway that we're in.
Oh yeah, the hallway itself is like barely warm. But
Kinda,
yeah,
but like fire
okay.
safety.
Honestly,
Fire
valid.
safety.
Bowie can easily enough.
I say that as we're under a volcano, but you know.
You are
And very
under a volcano
enclosed
physically.
space.
And it's gonna make a difference. So
But yeah, you have Bowie spray down the wall, ceiling, and floor, getting everything ready in case the worst happens.
after Bowie sprays all the walls, I'm gonna see if he can. Are you guys cool if he sprays our legs just because it's gonna be hot in there? I'm wearing shorts, so it's gonna be hot.
Sure.
Okay, go Bowie.
Yeah.
The other two of you, what are you doing at this time while Seth is getting Bowie all set up with water type?
I'm gonna take Bugle out of the Pokeball
Okay.
and just have them sitting around, just on my shoulder, like more like around my neck, kind of.
Okay, yeah, she
Um,
curls her tail all the way around, and you can feel like the kind of like cool reptilian scales of the horsey around your neck.
But mostly, Gavin's just feeling intense anxiety from about to be getting chewed out by yet another grown-up.
Yeah, 100%. And then Coryne, what are you doing at this time?
We're adults. It's fine.
I make sure to have it happen at every city I go to.
Corinne is actually going to pull out her Pokedex. Can she more closely look at the abilities of the Vulpix that she just caught?
Yeah, so Coryne, you checked it, you glanced at this when you guys were first coming down the tunnel, but obviously you were in a little bit of a rush. You remember that the ability currently on your Vulpix at the moment is known as Drought. You have captured a very rare Vulpix, and that you managed to get one with the hidden ability Drought, which when it enters battle, so not necessarily like out of it leaving its Pokedex, but when it enters battle mode, immediately it will cause harsh sunlight to appear, boosting fire type attacks, kind of weakening water type attacks, dealing a myriad of other things that took 1,000 years to write down in the harsh sunlight section.
But this means that my Vulpix is not immune to fire damage.
It is not. It does not have the flash fire ability that the majority of other Vulpix have.
But it resists fire damage?
It does resist fire.
I turn to Seth and I say, this Vulpix I just got, it's not fireproof, but it's fire resistant. Do we want to send it in to try to get it?
Sure. I don't know if it can carry whatever is in there that we're trying to get in terms of its like size, because it's still kind of tiny, right?
The Magmarizer itself was about 8 inches by 8 inches to a side, and it's a cube.
However, Vulpix is also quadrupedal, so we'd have to
Vulpix
carry
ain't
it
got no
back
thumbs.
either in its
Get a little rope
mouth
and tie it like a little
or
chew toy.
or it would have to walk on
Okay,
its hind
but-
legs all the way back.
But that would be fucking cute. But
It would.
in terms, I mean, it's a held item. So if I gave Vulpix a held item, how would a Vulpix hold the
Yes,
item?
carry this brick.
Yes, we'll say that it works and figure out for the fan artist to figure out how the fuck it actually works. We're just gonna say it works.
Anime
Tie just a
rules,
big
it
old
just holds
block
it.
to the back of a Vulpix. Just
Yeah. No, it's like
sits in
fantasy
its
magic
codes.
item rules where it resizes for like the holder, like it gets like smaller or bigger depending how big you are.
it looks like those little cubes that had little stickmen in it that you used to connect
mean-
together.
Oh my god, I love
But
those. Those were
Vulpix
great.
has a bunch of tails. Can it just?
That's true.
can
It could
just
probably grasp it in the tails. We'll
sweep it up
say.
in the tails?
We'll say canonically the tails can be prehensile. That's fine. Fuck it, why not?
That's kind of terrifying.
That's
Wait.
gonna cause problems further down. That's gonna get abused later.
Horrifying.
If
you wanna
Maybe,
set that
maybe.
precedent,
an
we
evolution. Hey, Professor, my Ninetales, can it hold an 8th item or a 10th item in its mouth? Because the 9 tails are holding the other
Good God.
items.
So my Ninetales has 9 rockets by the throat in it.
To be fair, we have also
Yeah,
set the
it does.
precedent that Pokemon can only benefit from one item even if they're holding multiple, with Myrtle, who's currently wearing both a Silk Scarf and a Mystic Water. Yeah.
You don't think she's
true.
not benefiting from both of those at the same time? Like socially?
Psychological.
Socially,
You're
yeah,
wrong.
I'm talking battle-wise.
You're wrong.
But yeah, so I will say you guys would know that Vulpix is as fireproof as any of your water types.
Cool.
All of them resist fire.
Let's open the door and just
Okay.
kind of get a scope on the scene.
Once again, you take that like heavy handle and immediately there is a burst of hot wind outwards as you can see that this machinery, which has been going for 20 years, unmaintenanced, unchecked, is slowly being burnt through as the heat and the coolant systems have been overwhelming it. The metal pipes glowing white hot at the corners and the seams, orange in all of the other places. I'm gonna let you guys know mechanically, being in this room is going to cause a minimum of 1 minor wound each turn that you stay in the room for anybody. That includes those resistant to fire because it's minimum damage.
I have a question about that then.
Absolutely.
Let me know the validity of this plan, of this harebrained scheme I just concocted in my head, okay?
Okay.
What if, first of all, it shouldn't take that long to sprint into the room, grab the thing, and sprint out?
If grabbing the thing was so simple, you're the one who rolled the technology check earlier. You remember that a lot of those metal pipes feed directly into the Magmarizer, and it needs to be disconnected somehow, whether that be through brute force or that be through physically disconnecting it.
Okay, so what if Bowie just sprayed Coryne in water, and then Coryne took Myrtle with her to continue the water drenching, and then we just went in there and I did my little technology doo-doo-doo, and I pop, and then
As long as Bowie is not sending water directly into the room, that should be fine. If Bowie hydro pumped into the room, it would probably cause a steam explosion. But dousing you, I'd probably give you like 1d4 turns of no damage.
Based on the technology that's in here, do we see like a emergency shut-off button? It's kind of like how there was in the
There
rocket
are
facility.
several levers and buttons that are there. A lot of this is mechanical. A lot of this is not digitally controlled. I think that with a proper technology check, once you're at the console, you could potentially figure that out.
So what do you guys think? Best bet, run in, figure out how to shut it off, or best bet, run in, rip the thing off, and then go?
Would we know if the Magmarizer is doing anything else aside from like just powering that that one
No,
room that was still there?
You guys from the successful technology checks last session know that this thing is just converting the power from the geothermal generator into electrical power for the actual facility.
I say we give it a go.
At ripping it out or at doing it the technology-wise?
Both. We would technically be dousing Coryne. She runs in, checks the setup there to see if there's like a turn off switch, and then from there pick it up and run.
And we're certain you won't horrifically burn yourself on the Magmarizer.
Horrifically, no.
But we're not
but
certain. There's zero
yeah.
certainty.
Just being in proximity to this thing is a minor wound around. Touching it, probably a little worse.
I have reservations.
I don't. What is that from? I don't. I have doubts. I don't. Anyway, it's a movie quote.
I'm going to offer you guys, because you guys aren't like actually the characters living in the world, I am going to remind you that you all respect fire types. Like, you all are aware that fire types exist. You've lived around them your whole life. They exist. There is a man with several fire types down the way that are immune to fire damage.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I'll jump back in. This is me thinking
to
logically
wait?
with this. I was like, we could wait. The last time I was like, Bran will help us. He was like, no, I'll do it myself. And I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want to do it myself. That's why we're here in the first place.
Yeah,
those
like
freaking dittos.
It's totally possible he may come here and be like, no, leave it where it is.
Yeah. Now, if he's like, hey, that was kind of sick, you running away and everything. You could take this. Then I'm open to suggestions, but do I think he's gonna do that? I don't know.
Dude, we're gonna be lucky if he allows us to challenge the gym after this. Are you kidding?
Yeah, but I think if still no signal.
No, you are underground, dude.
Update from Vermilion.
That is not changing till you get above ground.
They might be able to be like, hey, you know what? He's actually really cool with it. I'm actually kind of proud. So he said, go ahead and just
He
take
actually
whatever's
posted
down
on
there.
his Twitter that he's like met the best trainers ever today.
Crazy.
God.
These guys just can't stay away from rocket facility.
Shit! No!
I can't wait to update your mum and our adventures.
Oh no. This is where the blood pact happens. Seth's mom never finds out about this. But come on, guys, what are you doing? You make your decisions.
Yeah, we all go to touch the Magmarizer, and there's like a Team Rocket R that's just like, we get branded with Team Rocket, and they know we got the Magmarizer.
I vote douse and run.
Magikarp Diem. I say we douse and run.
Shut the fuck your mouth.
That was good. Put that on a
I've
t-shirt.
never been more disappointed in you
If-
ever in my life.
I have a suggestion to avoid us continuously getting horrifically burned, which
Okay.
is because, as you mentioned, Magmarizer is a
Well,
held
water's gonna help us
item.
not be horrifically burned.
Is a held item. You could give it to a Pokemon and immediately withdraw them into the Pokeball.
That is actually a pretty fucking ingenious idea because they won't be taking damage in the ball. That's pretty smart, Gavin. I'm gonna be real. You know what? If there was a way
D20
for me to
intelligence,
reward you-
okay?
Yeah, that was good. That's good. I have no rebuttals as the professor. I have no
Whatever
reason why that
Pokemon we
wouldn't work.
send in there gets an automatic friendship point for being put in danger.
Loses 3 friendship. What are you talking about?
We're good. We're
Oh,
good.
And I'm gonna remind you guys, the Magmarizer is not normally this hot. As a held item, it's normally fine. It's the fact that it's currently attached to a lava pipe.
Yeah.
And
Which,
has been
by the
running
way-
for 20
By the way,
years unchecked.
real quick, I'm gonna
Yeah.
address something in the fucking comments. Zoom in on me, YouTube. Look at me. Look at me. I want you to know, I know this isn't how geothermal generators work. Fuck you. This is fantasy. It's a pipe of lava or magma because it's underground.
There's a whole ass
Screw
steam
you.
engine in that box, okay?
If I had
Get
it
an
my way,
HVAC expert in here now, bro. We gotta
geothermal power
geothermal
would
this
just be
unit.
a geo dude on a treadmill in a thermal jacket. So
I hate
Take
you.
I mean,
He's
While
real
we're
warm.
talking-
He's real warm.
While we're talking about how geothermal energy works, if we were this close to lava, we'd all be on fire already. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're too cool to be caught on fire that quickly. So
Okay,
what's the
so you
decision?
douse
Maybe you
me
are.
and
Okay,
Yeah.
Myrtle's gonna look at you and just water directly in your face, and slowly
okay,
give you
okay.
like a spray down of water.
Gavin's got like a quiff and a beard of bubbles that Horsey is just putting onto his
If-
face.
if we unplug the Magmarizer that's
Don't.
being fed lava, where lava go?
Lava go in room. I'm glad somebody asked the question.
That's let's maybe wait for Bran. Now that I think about that, I don't want
no,
lava.
I can
in
shut
room.
it off.
Oh yeah, there's a shut off button. I forgot our plan already.
We talked about it so much. We have
Good
no
job,
idea what the
Seth's
fuck
not
we're
the
doing.
one executing
I was
the
thinking
plan.
of a geodude in the thermal.
It has been 20 minutes. It has been 20 minutes of talking about
Let's go.
I'm
I
surprised
don't wanna
Brand
end this
hasn't
episode.
reached us already.
I don't want to end this episode. Keep going. Let's go, please.
Okay. Coryne, are you just running in to try and figure out the shut off?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't know how long it's gonna be before you start taking damage, but I do, because I'm gonna roll the d4.
Shit.
Okay, so you turn and whoosh into the room, and immediately you can feel the water that's on your skin start to sizzle immediately from the hot air. It is that thing of it is hot, and it's only maybe 15 feet to the machine. You you look at the machines in front of you. You're aware that if you touch anything with your bare hands, it is going to burn you. Everything is glowing red hot. The levers, the buttons, everything. Can you please make me a technology check?
Can I have her
Yes.
run back for a quick second and grab my gloves that I use for...
You could throw them to her. She's 15 feet away.
I have a black hoodie that I can push buttons through.
Vermilion gave that to you in such good faith. Why are you
That's
going to
true.
ruin it?
That did
It's fine.
happen.
And you know what? And they would love for me to use it for a fire thing.
My gloves are all
That would actually look
fingerless, so
pretty
that
sick.
wouldn't be
I'm
like-
sure they'd be fine. Yeah.
Right?
That's-
So
I forgot you do
I
fingerless gloves,
I
Gavin.
put the hoodie on like hood side facing me, and I put my hands through the sleeves and I start pushing the buttons.
Okay, well, before you start pressing anything, give me that technology check.
It's oh sorry 7, 8, 9.
A 9. 9 is pretty good. As you start
Except
looking,
it never.
you do not see the turnoff because it wasn't that good. However,
Oh, shit.
you do see how to release it. So you have a way to get it off the pipes, but you have not yet found the way to turn off the pipes.
I glance at it really quickly. Can I make an assessment? Do I think if I first of all, if I disconnect it, is it going to fall on the floor or just sit where it's at?
It's going to stay where it's at, but if you disconnect it, that's going to break the seal to the lava that's running through it.
And the
So that
lava
might start
will
going
pour
everywhere.
over the Magmarizer?
Not over the
Could-
Magmarizer, over the console itself, and potentially down in front of you and onto you, burning you horrendously for the rest of time.
But how cool would that look? No, I don't. I continue to look for the shop.
We don't got that much money for new character art.
Yeah, I don't.
I can't pay Norn again for another character.
Corinne straight up loses her legs.
We just chop the PNG in half and we just use that for the rest of the thing. Okay, so you have done this second set of looking around and seeing, okay, if I disconnect it, it will potentially spray lava all over the floor, burning me. But I could get it out of there.
Yeah.
The second check is going to use up the rest of your first round. So one round has passed, and you can feel water start to evaporate on portions of your face and on your shoulders.
Is that
Gavin, how good are you with technology? I hope better than me.
Coryne is the best of you with technology at the moment, I'm pretty
But if we
sure.
work together,
Oh,
we're
I'm
two
not
people.
good at technology.
Okay.
I can like use my phone and my poker watch and stuff, and like I know how to do all the things that grandparents can't
Yeah,
do. But
this is
besides
Matt
that, I
asking
can't.
now. What is your dice number? What dice do you use?
D6.
I use a
Oh,
D10.
no. All right, I use a D8.
I have a D6. but I have a-
Too
I
bad
have
you
a-
guys left the person D20 with education.
Oh wait, no,
I
I
have a-
don't. I use a D12. What am I talking about? Can I
have
wet
a
myself
D6.
in
I'm
there?
I'm sorry,
like,
did you
and
just say
go
we
in?
left the person with education?
Oh yeah, you left the person with a D20 in education.
So Vermilion.
Vermilion has a college degree.
It's not our fault we don't have signal down here, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can absolutely
Vermilion has
douse
a-
yourself and run in after Coryne.
Okay, I'm gonna
Don't
do that.
do that.
Glove up, and I'm just gonna help look for the turn-off button. Since it seems like you know what to do to disconnect it, I need to.
As you run in, Coryne seems like she has gotten a decent grasp on what is happening, and she's looking at buttons, trying to figure things out at the moment.
I just walk in with my gloves. Hey there, this is hot. Do you
Yes.
know how to
Say,
turn off?
hey there, and inhale once and immediately feel the hot air fill your lungs. You don't want to try talking in this room continuously.
I kind of mime to you. I like point at the Magmarizer and I go like this and I give you a thumbs up and then I give you like a shut off, don't know thing.
That's what I do back. Can I look
Yeah.
for a no lava button switch lever?
Oh, sure. Go ahead and roll a technology
No
check.
lava
I think
button.
they got one of those, right?
Where's the no lava button?
Where's the no lava button? It just
Yeah, I
says
want
no lava
button.
and it's got a sad sad
Sad
slugma
slugma.
on the front of it. Yeah, it's just a sad little slugma.
It's like that cartoon Droopy, but it's just slugma.
Yeah, go ahead and look for the no lava button
All right, let's see.
because
Can I
Coryne
get
missed it
it?
by 1.
Advantage.
Damn.
With Coryne
You know
being
what?
there. Let's work together.
Coryne has already shown you what it isn't via the ones that Coryne has looked
not
at.
any
I
of this
am
stuff.
gonna give you an advantage for this because Coryne has already done so much
It's
work
like, you
for
know how you
this.
have those typing keyboards and it covers the keys you're not going to use normally?
Exactly,
It's like,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Miss
That's one of
I
those
where it
like
is
I
at all
like run
times.
my hands over
All
all the
times.
keys
It knows
and
where
I
it is.
just give you a big X with my hands.
So that's going to be a solid 10.
That is exactly what you needed. Okay. So what you see is the reason that Coryne could not find it is the button for no lava is
Oh, it
not
said no
on
magma.
the console.
Oh my god.
It also would be no magma because it's underground. But it is not on the console. It is at the entrance of the room next to the first pipe as you look over where there is a shut-off valve.
Oh.
So
Hey, there it is.
No, it's over there.
That's
However, that is going to be the next round detracted from the both of you. Both of you can feel your skin go completely dry. Next round is when you're going to start taking damage.
Okay, I'm gonna look and go,
The shut-off valve.
and then run over to the valve.
Mimes to the shut-off valve and then runs.
I'm going to run over after I've mimed to the shutoff valve, and I'll go to pull the lever after I move a Team Magma sticker out of the way.
The Team Magma sticker would be goop. That doesn't exist anymore.
Bro, have you seen the branding on Team Magma? Those things don't
That's
burn.
valid. Also, wrong region, my friend.
They can travel. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but they're eco terrorists.
They
from
visited.
Poland.
They visited just to set up the geothermal generator.
You don't think they take vacations?
Yeah.
You don't think they take vacations at all?
Wait, now I like to think that they're like the handy people for like the HVAC experts for all of the evil people.
I think they helped create all the geothermal stuff down here, and they were like, you know what? Yo, Earth kind of sucks. Let's try and wake up an ancient Pokemon. And
that's
they went
not
back
even
into
their
creating
goal.
Team Magma.
But yeah, you run up to the lever. It is very, very hot. It is very, very hot. It is glowing hot. What are you doing to try and fix it?
So is it like a?
It's like a metal
like
bar
a rail.
that you have to turn. It's like a
where you have to like.
It's closer to like the seal on like a heavy door where it's like you take the bar and you turn it, or like a hose where like a hose has like a valve that you just like turn. It's like that kind of valve.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can grab the handle for it and just kind of jump and put all my weight down on it to just pull it.
Okay.
If it's by the door, can I help?
If you want to douse yourself, you'd have to enter the room, so you'd have to douse yourself first.
Horsey has already been dousing me in bubbles.
Okay, just
Outside. I come in looking like the marshmallow
Puft
ghost
Marshmallow
from
Man.
from
See, the thing is, you
Ghostbusters.
step in looking like the Marshmallow Man, and then immediately the beer just evaporates. But you're there. Yeah, you sure you can run in? Coryne, are you also helping running to the lever?
No, I'm actually gonna wait to snag the Magmarizer and then.
Okay, sounds good. So as you guys do this, I need combined athletics strength checks from the two of you who are on the lever.
Let's go,
Do we
default
each
buddies.
give the other advantage?
Upon touching it, you are both wearing gloves, even though Gavin's are fingerless, so I'll just say Gavin's not touching it with his fingers.
He's
So
palming
I'm
it.
going to reduce the amount of damage you're doing to your hands. You're only going to take 2 minor wounds each.
Only.
Do we each get advantage for the other person helping?
No, we're combining your checks
I
together.
gotta
to hit
finesse
the
as much
thing.
as I can, man. That's why I'm asking.
You're
What if
already
I-
finessing.
What if I wordlessly cheerlead them on?
That's not how this works, Coryne. None of this is how this works.
I think if Coryne flexes at that lever, it's gonna like. Ooh, and then
I just give it the.
You're gonna break it off.
All right, what is the check from the two of you?
For me, that is I got a 4 that exploded, and I got a 3, so that's 7 plus my badge is an 8.
8. And then
Nice.
Seth, what was yours?
I rolled a 3 plus 1, so 4.
Okay, so that's a 12. Okay, the two of you grab onto the lever at the same time, and you can immediately feel, oh, my hands don't hurt. They just immediately went cold. The kind of nerve damage immediately. You grab and just both hear the lever into place. And you can see at this point that the color coming through the pipe immediately starts to dim slightly. Everything is still glowing red hot. Heat does not disperse immediately. But however, you are very aware that you have shut off the lava. Coryne, are you seeing that going to hit the release button, or are you going to wait?
Oh.
It's up to you.
Do I?
Lava's still gonna be there. It's just not gonna continue to flood.
It's
in.
not going to continue to flood out. It's going to lower the DC on the agility check you need to avoid it.
Yep. Release.
Okay, you hit the release. You are also, because you're covering your hands, only going to take 2 minor wounds to your hands. But as you hit the release button, you can immediately see a pipe eject off the side of the Magmarizer, and you can see a hot spray of molten rock start to flow out of it, very slowly and viscous. But the release of heat on that, you are going to take another minor wound of heat immediately from that. Feeling the skin on your arms immediately start to pinken. Are you grabbing the Magmarizer?
I was gonna grab. This was the plan. I was gonna grab Myrtle.
Okay.
Have her grab it, immediately return her to the ball, and then run.
Okay. So you pick up Myrtle, who's still kind of confused as to what the fuck is happening. Squirtle, squirt. And you grab, and she goes, Squirtle. Ah! and as she grabs it, Squirtle is going to take a major wound of damage to her hand. And Squirtle
so sorry.
disappears. I'm gonna have you knock down a friendship off of Myrtle. That was fucked up.
Yeah,
That was really fucked up.
I deserve it.
That was not okay what you just did to Myrtle.
I deserve it.
But immediately the Magmarizer disappears into the ball, a flash of red light pulling both of them into the Pokeball. However, we've now hit the end of the round. Gavin, you're still fine. Your bubbles are still popping, evaporating from the heat. The other two take another minor wound from existing in this hot room.
Ooh. All right, everyone, out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys leaving the room?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought about
All of
staying.
you. All of you.
I like it.
Out of the room. As you start to leave the room, this is important because you succeeded on so many points, so you get to see this happen instead of it happening to you. You can see that out of the pipe that has been left open on the Magmarizer, the magma that's kind of flowing out of it, you see that a shape, maybe a foot long, viscous, pops out of the pipe, followed by...
It's just full of slugma. What?
You see 5 more shapes all out of the pipe, slowly flowing out, as they'd just been chilling in their magma bath. As they... Had you guys not shut off the magma before opening it, all of those would have out of the pipe, being pushed by the magma. But you managed to make it out of the door before any of them even seemed to notice you at that point. And immediately the hot air... All of you, your hands are covered in white blisters. Your skin is pink on your arms. Except for Gavin, who came out with just the fucked up hands. The rest of him is pretty much fine. He's even got some bubbles going on.
Horsey's head like a soap dispenser and just bubbles onto my head.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But you have successfully grabbed the Magmarizer, and you have completed this this challenge you set for yourself.
Oh my god.
What are you guys doing now that you're burnt as fuck, just sitting outside this room?
I'm just gonna kind of sit like this and just kind of wait. Arms
I mean,
out.
I have
pain.
some potions.
Do
Do
you?
you
That's
wanna use
cool.
them?
Yeah.
Yeah, here, I
I've
take
got-
out...
I only got
Which
berries.
is the berry that cures burns?
It was a Rostberry.
Frost.
I have one roastberry if anyone wants it.
So do I. I have
In
a
this
Rostberry.
case, using it on yourselves, I would normally not allow the healing for burns, because that's not how the burn condition works and everything. However, for using it for yourselves, humans who have been fucked up by fire, I will let you each remove a major wound for each Rostberry used on yourselves.
I'm
if you use a
gonna
potion?
chill. I'm not gonna use it on me myself. But if someone else is badly injured, I will offer it. How are you looking, Seth? You've got a major, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like a roastberry?
It'd be nice. It'd be nice.
I hand a roastberry to Seth.
Seth has outstretched, burnt, blistered hands.
I crush it and I rub it into his skin.
Immediately you feel pain from the touch, but immediately there's like a cooling sensation over your hands, and you can see like where the white skin is, it starts to like de-blister and put itself back together. The
There you
mystical
go.
powers
All
of berries
better.
being applied to your hands. Corinne, how are you looking right now?
Oh, just a major and a minor.
That's where I was at too. That's why I was like, did you not want to take it either?
Well, I'm actually gonna use... So for the Rost... I should pull up the rules. Can I put it to the Pokeball and give it to...
Yes, I will say Myrtle definitely has the burn condition right now, and I will allow you to use a Rost to remove it from Myrtle.
Okay, yeah, I will go ahead and use a Rost on Myrtle, and then... Yeah. I think
Okay.
that's it. I think Coryne will just kind of shake the sweater off the hands.
Yeah, there's
shove it
like
back
the
in the
black
bag and just,
sweater has
like-
definitely like burnt brown in places from where it made contact with the metal.
Cool stuff.
In fairness to you, Corinne, it would have been way more fucked up if you'd used Vulpix for that. Because you just caught Vulpix.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Oh, did you detract a minor wound from Myrtle? Because I said Myrtle takes a major, but Myrtle also resists fire types.
Woo!
So did
Nope, I didn't.
Yeah, so
Thank you so
Myrtle
much for the
only
reminder.
really took 2 minor instead of a major. But as you guys kind of like rest, catching your breath, feeling the pain of the burns that are still around, because Seth, while your hands look a lot better, again, your skin is still pink in a lot of places burned.
Yeah, I'm having Bowie do his sprinkler effect and just kind of like...
Yeah, he's just using the gap in his teeth and his tongue to be like...
That's so cute.
It's
Attaboy.
very adorable. But as your all there. Down the hallway, you hear more noises and see bursts of orange light of definitely combat happening, probably like a mile down the hallway.
Oh my god.
Should we make it that way? Or just wait?
I mean,
I was about to
guess
say we
can
could just
start walking that
leave,
way.
but we can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Unless
What are we
get
going to do? Go
Queenie to
back and
room us
then
out.
sit back in camp with burns on our arms and be like, "What? You've been busy. What's going on with you?" Like, he'll never know.
I mean,
Yeah, let's meet him. I think.
Okay. You guys pull your guys' self to your feet and start to walk down the hallway, and it is the thing where you make it past the Ditto room and you still haven't met up. You get past another set of empty rooms that you remember passing by. You get eventually, probably 3/4 of the way there, before you physically see the Pokemon that are fighting down the hallway. And remember, the hallway is a pretty wide hallway. It's about 10 feet wide because, it's a large facility. And you can see at this point, there are just piles of poisonous goo on the ground where you recognize these are not sleeping muck. These are unconscious muck. As you can see standing over them, there is Sally 7 in all of her glory, her kind of wings furled inward with the large reptilian head, breathing a flamethrower down the hallway. And you can see behind Sally 7, there is Brand, who is actually sitting on the back of another Pokemon. This beautiful pale beige horse with a flaming mane, a Rapidash with a horn coming off the front of it. And between those two Pokemon, the muck are no trouble. As you guys can see the combat happening, and finally, as you get relatively close, maybe 100 feet out, you can see the fire stop like the end of a welding torch, and all of the muck around them have been knocked unconscious. You hear,
Oh, so that's where you all went off to.
Hello. Ow. Hello.
we just wanted to check and make sure you were okay. Clearly, you're fine.
heard some noise down here. Wanted to make sure everything was up to code.
Well,
God.
it's good to see you kids.
and you
So
see
much
he's
carbonation.
got like a big grin on his face as he's sitting on the back of his Rapidash, and he like pats the mane, and you can see his fingers kind of like harmlessly going through the fire.
Burned.
Just
Nah,
gone.
he's not getting burned. Rapidash
Okay,
only
he's
burns
like-
people who it doesn't trust.
His body's a callus.
He's either not panicking or he's in the middle of a panic attack. He's reacting to this way too well.
Did you find them, Ditto?
We did. They're in now, I guess, the old style of rocket balls that are like
Oh,
hard to break.
yeah, those things suck.
Yeah, it is. It's unfortunate. Do you ever have like a Rost berry on you by chance? Just one or
What the
two.
fuck did you get burned on down here?
I don't know, like lava.
I don't know, lava.
I got
Magma?
hyper potions back at the shed.
Cool. Not for me though. For a friend. It's
Uh-huh.
I'm
Sure,
fine
Pinky.
with my pink
You hold
arm.
it still like white
sticky.
blisters on the thumbs, just like the big like the liquid filled blisters.
Ew.
Corinne
Had
with her
gloves on.
incredibly pink arms in her crop top, probably a pink
Yeah.
stomach, steps
There's a pink
fully
stripe of burn.
as tries to hide behind Seth, but like the shoulders stick out and is like,
Yeah, you also have like 3 or 4 inches on Seth, don't you, height wise?
yeah, well,
Oh,
the
they're not that much
tummy's
taller.
behind.
The tummy's
Can't
I
see my
think-
burning stomach.
I feel like if Myrtle comes out and she takes her glasses off, she just has the tan lines of like the sunglasses.
Oh,
All right. Y'all want to get out of here?
Yeah,
Very
that'd be
much
cool for sure.
All right. Well, I took care of all the scary shit.
Anyone want a muck? That's a
I'm
joke.
good.
Okay.
No.
and he turns and returns Sally 7.
Thanks,
and there's
Sally.
a-
Bye,
As
Sally.
Sally 7. As you say bye, Sally, he goes,
Chars up.
gone.
No! Sally!
But he turns the Rapidash around and starts to walk down the hallway. And it's a long ass walk back to the other side of the island.
Like a freaking cowboy here walking with his horse.
But the fucking
Named Friday.
see, hey, He came into town on a Monday, left on a Friday. But
Get 2
it
horses.
is, by calling him a cowboy, he does have that weird kind of like gruffness to him. But remember, he's wearing shitty board shorts, a Hawaiian shirt with like a white like stretched tank top underneath, and just like the most bulbous nose ever. He does not look the part of a cowboy. He eventually leads you guys out to the back, and when you guys hit the staircase, he returns his Rapidash, going to the ground.
Oh, all right, we're almost out.
And he steps up through the basement. All of you follow, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Eventually, you guys make your way back through that abandoned hotel that you would walk through the first time, walking out that front archway, looking out into the beaches at night on Cinnabar. It's a relatively clear night on this side of the island, and the wind is nice and cool. It's actually quite peaceful compared to the terrifying underground place you were just at. And you can
The
see
wind kind
like
of hurts.
That's what you get. Oh, it's nice to be outside, though.
and you can see like he was like smiling down there, but he was visibly tensed the whole time. As soon as he's like outside again, you can see like just the relaxation across the whole body.
That was a ballsy move, all of you. Well,
Yeah.
I'll be
We've
taking
been known
those,
to have
you know?
some balls.
Could I make a request with them, if possible?
Sure.
Can I send them to my dad?
I can send
take
them
care
to your
of?
dad.
Or I meant more in the sense of like, can they be sent? I don't have a means to do that. I only have my phone.
I assume that's what'll happen anyway, but if you recovered them from a rocket base, you're entitled to claim them after they've gone through heavy treatment and therapeutic scannings.
I nudge Seth and then immediately go, fuck!
Ow!
Yeah, both
What
of you
would you do?
wince in
Sorry,
pain
I-
Use your
immediately.
words.
It was a moment. I was.
Gavin, the only one not horribly burned on most of his body. Only the
I'm
hands.
great.
Yeah, Gavin's looking great right now.
But
If anything, I'm a little bit damp.
He takes both of his of the rocket balls and sticks them in like the like knee pocket of board shorts. You know, the ones that are like down on the leg. And he goes,
All right, I'll see you at the shed.
he releases Sally 7, hops on her back, and flies away.
I'm gonna text Vermilion and just be like, "So how'd it go? Is he still there?" Just to joke. I'm using voice to text though because my thumbs hurt.
Or 5 of your
you
text familiar
immediately
or send
see
simultaneously.
a like you immediately see like a number pop up, and it's Vermilion's calling you.
Hello, hello.
What do you mean? Is he still here? He left like
That was a joke.
what? Oh.
We just saw him. He left us here, so
He's headed back to you now.
we'll probably
left you
we'll probably
where?
take the long way on the beach and meet you there in the morning.
Meet you there in the morning.
Wait, you're back at the hotel?
Yeah.
Why didn't you come back through the other tunnel?
You know, we want to adventure some.
Did
It's
you break
always
the
fun.
tunnel?
It's broken.
We
it's so
didn't break
broken.
it.
A Magmar
it's
did
so
that.
broken.
But hey, look at this. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to. We got a thing. Coryne, what was it? And I'll just turn my phone over to Coryne.
Hi. So we found a thing that you were looking for. Guess what it is?
You found it?
Yeah, we did. We did.
That's so awesome. Where did you find it?
Right next to our burns.
In a boiling lake of lava. No, I'm kidding. It was kind of using.
Boiling
It was
pipe
being
of
used
lava.
as a. It was being used as a power generator. So it was real fucking hot. But we got it out from that room and disconnected it. So.
Wait. That's why you're all burnt? You got me something?
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
Hey, well, thanks
lot.
for distracting, I guess. He didn't seem mad. Did you like talk him out of it or being mad or something?
No, he knew you guys were gone as soon as you left, but he looked at me and said, might as well give him a head start then, and then let you guys have like half an hour.
I could have swore he was just gonna not know for a while, but that makes sense too, I guess.
He's weirdly perceptive for a guy who must be half buzzed all the time.
I actually, I pulled out, I was looking at his beers earlier. They're all non-alcoholic drinks.
He drinks them
Is
for
it
the
just the
flavor?
combination?
Yeah. They're like, I'm just sitting here in his shed right now. He's got some weird stuff in here.
Is it
Well,
just
he's on his way back, so you maybe
wheat
get out
drinks?
of the shed.
Yeah. Okay, I will. But you guys are okay though, right?
Oh yeah, we're fine.
for sure.
Okay. I really
Just,
can't thank you
maybe
guys enough again.
Get the
for
nozzles off of
Magmarizer.
those hyper potions. ahead of time if you can.
Yeah, I'll pull out his medical kit.
Cool.
Hey, real quick. You know how we're fighting him tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was talking it over with Gerber, and I was wondering if we could have the first battle. Because we didn't do the last gym.
Sure.
Of course. Yeah.
Fuck
I don't
yeah.
see why not.
Okay. Wait, you guys said you're gonna go the long way around?
I don't want to go through the woods.
That's like 20 miles.
I pull up my phone. What's the shortest way?
Shortest way is across the volcano, same way you came.
No fucking way, man. We're going the long
yeah.
way.
No, I'm
Just
taking that.
straight
I'm taking
fucking-
that beach.
Okay, you'll be there at some point tomorrow.
We can't even camp. Our tents are
All your
already
shit's
set
at
up.
the shed, yeah.
We really didn't think this through.
I could
kinda
could
went.
probably bother him. Oh, there he is. And you hear on the thing. Hey, did you leave them over there?
Yeah, why?
Could you please go get them?
Fine.
You hear on the other side of the phone. Okay,
we're
I think
gonna
he's
start
on his way
walking.
back.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how he's gonna get all of you here. It might be a couple trips. I don't think Sally 7 can take more than one rider at a time. But I'll see you guys when you get here.
See you soon.
Yeah, you will.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
And the phone.
I can't hang up. You have to hang up.
Yeah, they hung up. And after maybe like it was like maybe a 2-3 minute call. After another like 2 to 3 minutes, you see Sally 7 and this guy once again.
Jesus.
Here.
And he like undoes a Pokemon. It opens and that Rapidash appears once again. And as you like look, he's gonna pull out another Pokeball. So the Rapidash is there, and then you see he also pulls out another one and he goes,
Oh, well. This is gonna be awkward, but if all three of you want to get there tonight, you gotta ride on his back.
and there's a poof, and you see the Pokeball release, and there is a probably 2 foot taller than one you saw last time, massive Magmortar that just appears there.
He goes, figure it out. 2 of you bring him back to the shed.
And he takes off again, leaving you to figure it out.
I'm already stroking the nozzle of the Rapidash.
He's
Like, can I do a Poke handling check?
go for it.
Get Rapidash kicked.
You fucking put on donkey kicked in the mouth. We break his
What's
face
the
this
skill,
time.
Poke handling.
Int
I'm
or
good at this.
charisma.
It's charm.
Or charm.
19.
Charmisma.
19. Okay.
Wait, do I have to use charm?
Yes.
Okay, because
For this one, it's like an introduction. Yeah, this one's like this is not like a knowledge of Pokemon. This is how I approach them. This is I want to look nice to this Pokemon and want it
Okay,
to like,
that's a 11 plus 3 is 14.
14. Okay. With the 14, it like backs off, and you realize very quickly that it being annoyed at you has nothing to do with you. The Rapidash itself looks pretty young, probably recently evolved. It looks just pretty confident and kind of cocky, and it's like,
Oh, it's just a moody teenager.
I was about to say.
Spirit Stallion.
Okay, in that
Cinnabar.
case, okay. Do you want to? Should we see how fast we can just leave these suckers in the dust?
It looks at you and goes, and looks at the other two, and then it points, it like turns its head to like point at like its shoulder area, and then more towards its like back area. It looks like it's probably intended to carry 2 of you on the way back.
Yeah, I can go with Magmortar. I'm gonna make a
Sure?
Poke handling check to make sure I can go with Magmortar.
Okay. You are fair enough that as you look at Magmortar, it's just kind of like a humanoid thing. There's nowhere real to sit. But as it looks at you, it kind of takes both of its cannon hands and holds them out like princess style, and it's like. You jump in its arms and it picks you up, and then it starts to just
Officer and a gentleman.
through the forest. It is that thing of like Fury. As Seth is just carried like bridal style
See you guys
by
over
this
there.
Magmortar, leaving Gavin, Coryne, and this Rapidash there.
I'm hopping up front.
Okay, you hop on, and it kind of like bucks a little, but not enough to get you off, just to kind of tell you like, remember, I can get rid of you at any point in time, kind of vibe.
Understood.
Yep. And it looks expectantly at Coryne.
I
have to bow like a hypocrite.
let's go, and I say, I look this Rapidash in the eyes, and I just say, "Give me your fastest." And I grab Gavin's hand, and I hoist myself onto the back, and I'm holding on to
Based off
Gavin.
of the messaging
pull
that
me
both
off.
of you have given it, it's gonna look back at you guys like, oh, bet, and then just fucking poof. There is a moment where, Gavin, you instinctively put your hand forward and your fingers find their way into the flaming mane, and it doesn't burn you. You feel like, okay, it's specifically not burning you. It gets a little scarier where as it starts running, the entire front of it starts to cover itself in fire, and you could feel the heat licking past your face. But it also doesn't burn you as it enters a flame charge. And you can see behind you, Coryne, looking back, there are just like hoof prints made of fire behind it as it... Very quickly, you guys match Magmortar's pace and actually outstrip it. Seth, you are sitting in Magmortar's arms, and it's very gentle. It's actually very gentle as a Pokemon. It's carrying you. And you just see the two on the back of the Rapidash past you.
Seems like they're in a hurry. You
gut
can
scrub.
take your time. I'm not in a rush.
Mortar. And kind of like pats your head with its cannon.
Thanks. Ow. That's very. Thanks.
Mortar. It's like very apologetic.
It's okay.
This thing seriously is like 8 feet tall. It is so much bigger than the other one that you saw. It is old and strong.
Good God.
And it's just Coryne and Gavin, you guys make it there in like 20 minutes. Seth, you make it there at the end of the hour. Every once in a while,
I want to ask if Magmortar does any cool moves.
Every once in a while, as you're doing that, it'll be, you know, any cool moves. It'll just like take its cannon above its hand and you see just a flame shot go into the air and explode like 40 feet in the air.
It won't hit us, right? No? Okay.
Mortar, and covers you with its arms and runs a little faster.
Several forest fires start, Jack.
But at the end of the hour, after the other two have shown up, Seth, you'll eventually get there. And as you're getting there, Vermilion will be waiting with the hyper potions, which Brand definitely had a conversation with of like, you guys are costing me a lot of money using all these hyper potions. But we'll heal all of you to full.
That's what you get for leaving us alone.
We'll heal all of you to full with the hyper potions.
Cool. Incredible. I give Magmortar a high five or a cannon blast. I don't know. Just knuckles. Boom.
Dunk. Hits your knuckles with its cannon.
Cool.
Unless you have anything else you want to do before bed, there's no one else that is going to stop you from going to sleep at this
Wounds
moment.
are healed.
Are all
Let's
of you
finally
okay
get
going
to
to
the
sleep?
next day.
It has been 7 episodes since we last slept.
Oh my God, sleep.
Oh my God, we did it, guys. We slept. We slept on Cinnabar Island. It finally happened. This is the same day that you guys flew on Pidgeotto. This is the same day that you caught Horsey.
Technically, I think we're into the morning of the 24th, but yeah, we've just not slept.
But yeah, you guys
Coryne
rest.
hits the dirt so hard.
Yeah, poof, and then you roll into your tent that you've set up and took the time to have. Oh no, okay. You guys sleep, no dreams that night, just pure exhaustion, head empty, no thoughts. And now we get to do something we haven't done in like 7 fucking sessions, where we get to keep track of everybody who succeeds on their roll.
Or not.
What them bad guys
Or
doing?
we could not do
Let's
that.
go.
All right.
How's my dad doing?
You get to subtract a die from original Team Rocket because we took out their power.
They don't exist anymore, so they already are at a D0. However, we're gonna go in reverse order today. I'm feeling going in backwards order.
D0, that means they automatically succeed.
They already won.
Seth, can you roll for the second unnamed faction? It's a D12.
D12. Oh gosh. Okay. And I want to explode, right?
You don't want to explode. If you explode, it's bad.
We want to explode. Let's.
Okay.
Drum.
Was that 12? Or no? Are you fucking with me?
No,
that was 12.
I-
That was 12. Okay. Second unnamed faction
The
will be
one
reduced to a
time
D10.
Matt can roll high.
What?
Okay. Matt rolled the die for the second unnamed faction, and it succeeded.
I don't explode on them, but when I do,
Bosco,
it
innit?
sucks.
I'm gonna be real. The second unnamed faction is the only friendly faction on this list.
That's the one I just rolled
good.
for.
Yeah, that's the one you just rolled.
Hey,
Oh, great! Keep going!
You're
Wait,
welcome.
what? Okay.
Gavin, can you please roll for the first unnamed faction?
18.
18. Okay. With an 18, it will not. They will not get to the next stage of their plan. Coryne, will you please roll for the Crimson Rockets?
1.
1. Okay. Nothing happens. Nothing happens
go
with the Crimson
back.
Rockets. Okay.
Yeah.
If they had a stage that was higher than D20, they would go back up a stage. So that would actually be good for you.
Oh, they were on D20. Got it. I thought they were
Yeah.
on D12.
No, D12 is going to be blue rockets, which, Matt, you're going to be rolling for this
I
time.
got a 1 right here, cooking it up right now.
Cook it right now. Get it back to a D20. Have them have a setback.
Would you imagine if I rolled a second 12? I didn't, but like that'd be crazy.
Oh, I was
That'd be
about
wild.
to drop
That would
kick
be
you.
wild. That'd
No,
be
that was
so
an 8.
wild.
That was an
Okay,
8.
okay. And then can you please, Gavin, roll for an Armand Kingsley?
11.
Oh, okay. Okay. We had one happen.
And it's a good one.
The next morning, it is hard not to be up with the sun, even though it's only a few hours after you fall asleep, because of just how warm the island gets so quickly. The next morning, each of your tents are like saunas with the humidity and the heat. Especially those of you with like the slight remnants of blisters that didn't quite all get hit by the hidden potion or the hyper potions. But you awaken on the 24th, I believe, is the date for today. Am I correct on that map? Okay,
Yes.
Thank you for being my secondary calendar keeper. We awaken on the 24th. You can immediately smell that breakfast is already being cooked. Not for you, as you step out of your tents and see that there's just a can of Spam sitting in the middle of the fire where Brand is already in his lawn chair.
Oh,
Morning.
Just a whole can
You're
of Spam.
awake.
Finally awake.
How'd y'all sleep?
You know, it's been a long day. That's
Like a coma.
That's yeah.
I need a water.
Oh.
Who's got your water gun?
Water just hits your mouth.
Takes me off my feet.
Just
Well,
ask the time. I got you.
I'm not on any schedule. Let me know when y'all want to do your battles. I've got Pokemon set aside for all of you. Though we're doing something a little different for your battles.
Okay. Like
Normally-
in the volcano.
flag.
Normally, gym battles are 2v2s, or 2 Pokemon each, but I couldn't be fucked to go and find 2 Pokemon for 4 people each, so we're just doing a one-on-one.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. That is efficient. Are you cool with that, Bowie?
Totodile. Bowie does not know how to deal with this guy anymore. Totodile.
All right. Cool. Nice. Yeah. That seems. Everyone else cool.
Richter just looks at you and he opens his mouth to like say gibble, and you just see like sand pour out of it from where he's just been eating it the whole morning.
Nice. Cool.
Gibble.
That's his way of saying breathless. And Sale, I'm probably gonna have you sit this one out if that's cool.
Sale, at this point, you look around for Sale and you don't see Sale, and you're very confused. And then you look down at your apron, and Sale is just still fully asleep in the pocket of your apron.
Cool. All right, buddy. We'll check back in. All right. Cool.
The rest of your Pokemon, at this point, Ava, as soon as the tent opened, out into the sky to immediately start morning training. You can see
Kicks down a tree.
just fucking you hear of a tree collapsing in the distance.
You hear a Magmortar be like, Magmar!
Maybe just Caber tosses a fucking tree across the island.
Queenie and Beatrix are both looking through the trees nearby to see if there's any like pollen or anything that they can gather for their morning breakfast. Prince at this point is playing around with Richter in the sand.
Nice.
You can see that Myrtle has come over, and every time that they fuck around and like a cloud of like sand dust pops up, Myrtle just so that it's not in her face and sprays it out of the sky. It's honestly really crazy that it's been like 2 to 3 weeks and you guys have gone from having one partner each to just having this whole little family of Pokemon that are everywhere. Viridian, fuck me. Oh, I got so far.
Whose fault is that?
Yours. You.
Maybe.
Vermilion pops out of their tent, and you can see that they look like they've actually already been awake for a little bit. And they step out and they say, "Oh, you said that we could challenge at any point today?"
That's what I said as soon as I'm done with my spam.
Do you think that after breakfast then we could start our fight?
We gotta hike like however many miles to get there, but sure. Why not?
Okay, that's fine. You guys said you were cool with me taking the first fight, right?
For
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
You want some? I can get you some fish jerky to get you some energy. If you
No. Thank you. No, thank you. I'm sorry. That was really nice. But that's really...
It's okay.
It's really not good. I'm sorry. I've told you I
okay.
don't like it. It's not good.
just go next to Richter, and I'll just step on his foot, and his mouth's gonna go.
You put it, and it's literally like one of those trash cans where.
Yeah.
And then it's like a macerator on the inside, or it's just like a grinder between the shark teeth. Brand starts eating into his can of Spam. You guys can have your meal if you would like. Seth, are you setting a particular Pokemon with a specific meal right now? Or are you going to wait till next?
Yeah, Buoy special attack.
Sounds good. So each of you eat your rations for the morning. Remember to mark those off for each of your Pokemon. The small ones all take half ration, but remember that you need to be tracking those.
I don't have any fire Pokemon food.
I got you. Do you want one?
Actually, I also have a surplus if you need any.
I thought we were costing you. I don't want to take more of your resources.
I mean, yeah. You guys covered up for a thing I should have fixed a while ago, so might as well.
Between all of your things, if you want to not mark off fire type food, Brand has plenty for your Pokemon.
I will do that. Well, it's fire dragon type.
It is the combined one.
So
yeah, your Gibble can eat it.
Cheetos.
It is just Cheeto Puffs. It's just all that's in there. It's the nutritious ones that taste like shit for
I want
people.
Gibble to have little Cheeto fingers.
I also like to think that Gibble is a Pokemon
covered
that
around
misses its mouth every once in a while. So every once in a while, it's like giant dragon nostrils. You just see like a whole Cheeto just in there. But each of you
Not blinking at all.
eat your meals. And after the meals, Brand once again pulls out his Rapidash. And he goes, "Come on, hot stuff." And he pats the side of the Rapidash. He goes,
You coming or
Yeah.
what?
Same thing as before, or are we just all hoofing it? Look to Rapidash.
It goes. it laughs. It's good. Yeah, it's
No, the Rapidash liked it. Get out.
He goes,
No, we're going to a different spot today.
Will lead the way, good sir.
and he turns and the Rapidash starts to like get like a slow gallop going, like definitely leading the rest of you. And as it kind of trots down the way, you all follow. And there weren't a lot of trails on this island, but you guys recognize now that the path that Brand is taking is actually pretty well worn between his shack and wherever you're headed. He takes you guys south into the sort of the center south of the island. It's probably like an hour and a half of walking that you guys have to do before you get there. But eventually you find yourselves at this very large, cleared out dirt area with a ring of stones that have all been moved to the center of it. All of the trees have been uprooted. The ground has been flattened. It looks like Brand uses this as some kind of training ground or battle arena area. And as he pops down from the Rapidash, he said,
You're up first then.
and Vermilion's like, yeah, I'm gonna go first. You guys are still okay with this, right?
Yes.
You
I already
got
have a
this,
sign out.
Vermilion.
Yes.
You pull a sign.
Yeah.
Oh, you did the thing that I did for Gavin.
Yeah. If you guys, not Vermilion, see the back of the sign, it does say Viridian on the other side.
It does say Viridian on the other side. You have to deal with that. But
Just gotta keep positioning it so they can't see the other side of the sign.
I'm nervous. You guys got any tips?
Yeah, just the less you think, the better you'll do.
Oh, that's not how my brain works at all.
Then I I yield my time.
Think hard, strategize, pack a punch, give them all you got, don't hold back at all. Also, are you okay if I record this, or are you like no recording?
You see them stop and like look at the ground and think about it for a second. No, I should probably get a recording of this, even if it's just for training. You're not going to put it up online or anything, right?
Not without your permission.
Okay. Then yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Okay, I'll record you.
Hey Gavin, do you have any raspberries left?
I was roast. Oh no, I used my last one.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I was gonna try and buy it off you, but that's okay.
I was gonna try and go foraging for some, but I haven't had time.
That's
oh,
totally fine.
I have one.
Could
Here.
we have found any on the way?
Oh, you have one. Okay.
I have one.
Oh,
we
Coryne, can I
given
buy
them
that
the
for like not yet, no. Because Myrtle has been treated for wounds, but we haven't had the scene yet, and I forgot to do this. We'll do that in a second. Also, they're not going to need it right now, so that can be done.
Could we have found any on the way, like walking? Can I roll for like a
no
spot hidden?
I rolled a d20 and rolled a 1.
Or not.
I rolled a d20 and rolled a 1 to see if there were any on your trail. I'm sorry.
I know what my eyes can see.
I was gonna
Yes,
forage
that's
on the
my
way.
job.
I was gonna forage on the way back from the place last night, but then we caught a Rapidash, so...
Yeah, you rapid dashed out of there.
Rapid dipped. Anyway,
Okay. Can I buy that off you for like 200 poke?
Holy, how about a discount? Like 50.
Well, how much do they normally cost? I don't normally pay attention.
We picked these.
Oh my
Here you
god.
go.
Jeez.
Okay. Well, thank you.
How much money do you have that you don't pay attention?
It's a banana. What could it cost? $20?
Once you guys see Vermilion's character sheet, you're gonna fucking scream.
I'm like slowly piecing together in my notes what Vermilion's dealing with.
What
They're
like
net worth is? Yeah.
they're like the
I'm like-
child of some billionaire, and that's why they left their town.
I mean, probably. Listen, highly educated, has a shit ton of money, was on the champion route once, but not the champion route. Was like doing the thing once.
Did the
and
league
then-
once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like doesn't like Spike, doesn't like weird things.
A lot of things going on.
Vermilion's gonna take the Rostberry, and they release Gerber, and Gerber is immediately aware of what's going on. You can see the Scyther go, Scyther! And they hold it out and go, hey, here you go, buddy. Hold on to this. You're gonna need it for the fight. And Gerber takes it with like the two spines and like puts it at the edge of his mouth, so he's ready to bite down on it if needed.
You're using Cypher?
I don't think Zippo's quite ready for this fight yet, because I competed last season. They're going to be using the badge total that I had last season to judge what I should be going up against. Gerber's the only one I've got that's strong enough for something like this.
Why didn't that happen for
Tanner.
Why
Tanner's
didn't
from a
that
different
happen for
region.
Tanner? Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I think Gerber's the only one I've got that can handle this right now for whatever they're going to throw at me. And you hear Brand from the other side of the field. You're goddamn right.
Sir. Sir.
And Vermilion kind of goes, all right, guys, let's do this.
Let's fucking go!
Oh, that's a bit much. And
Okay,
they
you
walk
got
off
this,
to
you got
their
this.
to their end of the field. And Gerber kind of flutters out in front of them. Are you guys ready for the battle between Vermilion and Brand?
No.
I also
yes.
Fucking go.
I want to set the scene. I can't play this music because it's DMCA, but I want you all to know that while I was writing this battle, because I was rolling dice, I was listening to Teenagers by MCR the entire time I was writing this battle. As Vermilion walks up to their side of the field, and Gerber kind of floats to his position on the battlefield, you can see Brand at this point cracks his neck and does like a stretch. He is far too flexible for the shape and size that he is. And like you hear like 16 joints pop. It's like tick, 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 tick.
I'm sorry, is he like King Boomying right now? Where he's
Yeah.
just like,
Very much. All of his
chose
toes
wrong.
pop the other way. Yeah, he's dealing with it. But sorry, Tori. That's a friend of ours who watches the show. I'm so sorry. We're not cutting that. But as he like finishes stretching, you can see he pulls a Pokeball out from one of his board short pockets, and it expands. And he goes, all right, come on out. And he throws the ball into the air, and it releases a Pokemon. And only Gavin would recognize this Pokemon, as Gavin, you recognize the Magmar that tracked you guys to the hole yesterday appear on the field in front of you. He had to check the little hole first, and he had to fight the Magmar that was there. Might as well catch a Pokemon. As you see this Magmar, Magmar, much smaller than the Magmortar that he threw out last night. Its clawed hands out, and you can immediately kind of feel like a layer of heat pulling off of it. At this point, you can see both Pokemon kind of staring each other down. Gerber starts to just run the edges of his blades over top of one another, the sides against each other.
All right, kid. You ready?
Yeah, let's do this. Go, Gerber! And as they call out "Go Gerber," both Pokemon immediately take off towards each other. I actually rolled a 15 for both of them. Tiebreaker went to Gerber for the other roll, as both of them take off towards each other. You can see at this point, as they're running forward, both Pokemon start setting up other moves. Gerber's form kind of vibrates for a second and then multiplies into 8 different Gerbers as a double team goes off. The mirrors all moving in synchronous with each other, but it is so hard to see which one would actually be the real Gerber. And as Magmar is sprinting towards Gerber, you all can feel the sun above you intensify as the beams hitting you hurt your skin. All of you who still have exposed burns, you can feel it like hurt as Magmar sets up a sunny day going into this fight.
I paid
both of
very
them-
close attention.
This is very important for the abilities that you were reading last night. As both of them run forward, you can see Gerber turns and Vermilion goes, just like we planned! And Gerber turns and does a juke around the back of the Magmar, all 8 of them kind of spinning at the same time. At that point, it is literally impossible to tell which one is Gerber, as all of them spin in a circle around the Magmar, using my microphone here as an example. And you can see claws, the sides going in for a double hit, a normal type move. As the double hit hits 15, 18 versus a 13 and a 9, and with Gerber's extra ability Technician, which means that every move that deals 2 minor wounds or fewer deals an additional minor wound. Each of these hit boom boom for major wounds. Both of them hitting into the Magmar, which just seems to
Magmar!
piss it off. And as it's going out, you can see that in the side of its mouth, it had a citrus berry that it bites down on, immediately healing it for one of those major wounds.
Are you?
In the close proximity, Magmar just takes its mouth and sprays a flamethrower across all 8 of the Gerbers that are there, and you can immediately see 4 of them pop out of existence. However, it did not hit the actual Gerber. You see no damage across any of the illusions or Gerber himself. Gerber turns and you can hear Vermilion go, Fury Cutter! And as they yell, you can see a green light appear on the sides of the Gerbers. Each of them slash forward and slash again, creating this like X-shaped green bug-type move that goes outwards. And you can see in that moment, I think especially Gavin would see this. Gavin, you being the ace trainer and having that eye for combat. You would see that there is a moment where Magmar goes to duck out of the way, but Vermilion goes, no, 15 degrees down! Using their trainer ability. As they shout that, Gerber is going to adjust and the hit is going to connect. At that point, Magmar is going to get another major and minor wound out of that. At this point, Magmar is going to turn. And by the way, once again, Brand is just letting this Magmar fight at the moment. He is not actually throwing out any orders. This seems to be a common occurrence for the gym leaders that you've run into at this point. But Magmar is going to turn and you can see this purple and like brown light start to out from its face as it kind of scans and once again sends it across all 4 of the Gerbers. And at this point, you see it connect. Gerber starts to drift and it almost looks drunk almost. As you can see, Gerber was hit by a confuse ray at that point in time. Come on, Gerber, one more hit, Fury Cutter. Gerber then goes to hit, completely overswings, grabs the scythe directly into its own leg, taking 2 minor wounds. Confusion dealing damage to itself. You can see at this point, Magmar gets like this like awful evil grin on its face.
Ew.
Another flamethrower down on Gerber, who once again is not having that agility that he needs in order to get out of like the way. And at that point, the flamethrower across. And at this point, as you're watching, this flamethrower is much hotter than anything you've seen come out of a Magmar versus a Magmortar. As with this hit, it is the hit of the flamethrower. It is the same type attack bonus move. It is hit by a sunny day, powering it up even further. And Gerber is weak to it. This just straight up deals 2 major and a minor wound to Gerber, which would drop Gerber to 0. It also burns Gerber. However, Vermilion goes, come on, buddy, we need to get one more hit in. And Vermilion's going to use a friendship, keeping this Magmar up.
Yes.
At that point, Gerber is going to lose confusion, snap out of it, bring both sights up for another double hit. Bum, bum! Both knocking Magmar unconscious. As Gerber stands victorious over top of the Magmar. I want you to know that if you had not, this didn't end up coming into play, but the Rostberry itself was important because had this fight gone for another turn, Gerber would have been out, gone. It would have had to use the Rostberry to get rid of the burn. So with that, you can see Vermilion, yes! Most emotion you've ever seen. They do like an arm pump and they go,
I was recording the whole time.
Yeah, and you were holding it the whole time. And Myrtle has once again pulled like fans from somewhere and going squared out, squared up, squared up. Yeah, you're doing your clap, and you can see at this point, all of your Pokemon are also starting to cheer. And Bren goes,
You did a good job on that one. Come on back, Magmar.
and it sucks it up into the ball. Full transparency, that was a 6th rank Magmar versus 5th rank Gerber. It was a pretty decently strong fight. But Vermilion goes, yes! They like loudly say, which they normally don't speak above a whisper. And they go,
That was almost
almost a person.
Room speaking.
Yeah,
level.
yeah, exactly. And they go, good fight, they say, and Bren goes,
Good fight. You're gonna have to wait on your badge, though. I've got him back at the shack.
and they go, that's no problem.
Trying to grant, you didn't think he would bring them? That's kind of rude, but whatever.
That doesn't surprise me.
And they go, guys, I won.
Got one.
You did
You did it.
And they look at you and go, oh, come here, buddy. And they look at Gerber. Gerber is like drifting, like one wing is kind of lazy, like still kind of on fire. And they have to go and like pat it out, and they put Gerber out and they go, whew, holy shit, we did it.
Shit. You fucking did it.
Oh. So who's up next? And with that, that's where we're going to end today's episode. As you guys are going to decide between the three of you which one is going first out of all of you guys. That was good. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Now we're going to pass it on to that other person.
Thank you for watching this episode of Unbeatable. If you'd like to support us, please subscribe. You can also head over to our Patreon, where you get access to bonus content, early episodes, and a rules breakdown to learn how the game works. Thank you for sticking around, and stay unbeatable.
I am unbeatable, I'll train until I meet my goal. If stakes are high, no, I won't fold, because I am unbeatable. Earning every badge, whatever it takes, I'm gonna be the best trainer, you just wait. And I know the road ahead looks like it won't be easy. I am unbeatable. Standing by my side, got my friends with me to explore a whole world of possibilities. But no matter what the challenge is, we can overcome it together. Because we are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold, because we are unbeatable. We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold, because we are unbeatable.